I don't even know what freaking day it is. What is up, friends? Welcome back to Ozark Outdoor Brewing. I spent a lot of time in 2023 perfecting my New England IPA recipe. It worked out for me. I believe I got second place in my first homebrewing competition off that recipe. But that took up a lot of time last year. We're also coming out of the holiday winter months, right? Where we got some of the darker beers. Right now, friends, I am craving just a dank West Coast IPA, and I'm so excited for this recipe. So come along, let's brew some beer.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Obviously, you could tell by the thumbnail on the video, I'm calling this the Sofa King Dank IPA. Let's talk just a minute about the recipe and the ingredients for this beer. So for the grain bill, we've got 80% two-row, 15% Munich malt, and 5% Crystal 75 for just a touch of that deep, dark copper color. As far as the hop schedule, we have half an ounce of Chinook at the very beginning, 60 minutes of the boil. That is our main bittering addition. Then we also have 1 ounce each of Citra and Mosaic at 15 minutes left in the boil. As flameout additions, we have 1 ounce of Citra and half an ounce of Nugget. And then we're going to be doing a dry hop on this. We have 1 ounce each, so 2 ounces total of dry hops of Citra and Mosaic. Now for the yeast, I wanted a nice, crisp, clean fermenting yeast. You cannot go wrong for a West Coast IPA with White Labs liquid yeast. We're doing the WLP001 California Ale yeast. Friends, I am super stoked for this recipe. All the ingredients combined, this should be a kind of a copper IPA, a more traditional West Coast IPA. Should be a quite bitter and just have a lot of that pine and resin notes. So just a little bit of dankness coming through with it as well. We've got 8.1 gallons of water heating up right now, and we're gonna mash in at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, we've hit the temp that we're looking for. Let's go ahead and get this thing mashed in.
It sound right, boys.
So you may be asking yourself, what is dank? I've asked myself that very same thing, and I think it kind of depends on who you ask. Dank to me, the best way that I can describe it, you know it when you smell it. You know it when you taste it. If I had to put my finger on it and give one definition, heavy, piney, resinous pine, and I'm talking like pine, like thick pine. It's got a stickiness to it. Damp forest, pine forest floor, real sappy, sticky dankness to it. We have hit the boil. I'm gonna stir this down just a little bit. Right after I do that, I've got my hop spider that's gonna go in. We got our 60-minute boil addition, half an ounce of Chinook going in now. 15-minute mark, we're also putting in a Whirlflock tablet that goes in just like that. And we'll be adding our chiller. It's a little bit funky right here, but I always add it. With about 15 minutes to go. Right on top of that. Get it down in there. That'll sanitize the chiller. Keep the hops in there as well, right in the center of that. Bob's your uncle. All right, friends, there we go. That is the end of the 60-minute boil. We have 1 ounce of Citra and half an ounce of Nugget going in right now at flameout. Friends, we have the wort cooled down to about 75 degrees Fahrenheit, give or take. We also have the fermenter set right below that. It's time now to take my bouncer inline filter. The micron screen snaps right into place. I'm not sure if you heard that. That screws in there as well. That goes on to the outlet port here of my boil kettle. And now then it's time to open this thing up, transfer everything into the fermenter, and that's where the magic happens. And like I mentioned earlier, the yeast we'll be using, this is the liquid version, the White Labs Pure Pitch WLP 001 California Ale. I've got this all set, ready to go. It's been sanitized. That opens up. And then we pitch right down inside of our beer. And we're going to let this set probably anywhere from 3 to 5 days, I would think. It may take up to 7, depending on how fermentation goes. All right, everything is added into the fermentation chamber. God bless, that is absolutely soaked. And I just got it all over myself. Thank you, friends, for coming along. If you're not already, please consider subscribing. It always helps us out. And smash that bell so you get a notification every time we post a video here on Ozark Outdoor Brewing.